The lights on Cherrywood Lane. Alright, picture this. It's a cold night in late October, somewhere in small-town Missouri, population so tiny, if you fart in your car, 3 people in town probably know about it before you roll down the window. The kind of place where everyone waves, even if they hate you. We're in Maple County, specifically on Cherrywood Lane, a street with exactly 7 houses, 2 barking dogs, and 1 murder nobody can explain. Our story starts with a guy named Frank Dyer, a 47-year-old auto mechanic who drinks Bud Light like it's a religion. Frank's the kind of guy who thinks Wi-Fi is a conspiracy and that podcasts are just talk shows for people who can't afford a TV. He lives alone, except for his dog Rex, a lazy German shepherd who only barks at mailmen and ghosts. Now, on October 12th, around 11:48 p.m., Frank's neighbor, Mrs. Linda Carr, calls 911. And she says, and I quote, "There's screaming outside, and I think Frank's finally gone and killed somebody." And just like that, the peaceful little town of Maple County becomes the next true crime Netflix documentary waiting to happen. The discovery. Cops arrive. They find Frank's house dark, door slightly open. Inside, a mess, overturned chair, broken lamp, spilled beer, basically the crime scene starter pack. And then they find it, in the kitchen, near the sink, there's a body. A woman, mid-30s, wearing jeans, black hoodie, and 1 sneaker missing. No ID. No purse. Just bruises on her wrists, a deep cut on her temple, and a phone halfway down the garbage disposal. Frank. Nowhere to be found. Rex the dog. Sitting beside the body, whining. Classic, I didn't do it, energy. The cops call it in. Word spreads. By morning, every Facebook mom within 10 miles is already posting, "Pray for Maple County." Hashtag justice for whoever she is. The investigation. Here's where it gets messy. The autopsy says she died from blunt force trauma to the head, no surprise there. But here's the twist, her fingerprints match a woman named April Jensen, missing for 3 weeks from St. Louis, 2 hours away. April worked as a paralegal at a law firm. Clean record, no enemies, except maybe her boss who once tried to take credit for her work. But no reason she should end up dead in some mechanic's kitchen out in rural Missouri. Detectives find Frank's truck abandoned behind an old gas station 15 miles away. The keys are in the ignition, his wallet's gone, and the seatbelt still fastened, like he vanished mid-drive. Cue the conspiracy theories. Some say aliens. Some say cartels. Some say he just pulled a classic, disappear into the woods, move. The internet loses its mind. Within 48 hours, the case is all over YouTube, TikTok, and Reddit. Everyone's an armchair detective now. A Reddit user named u/Cherrywood Truth posts. Frank was part of a trafficking ring. The woman tried to escape, he panicked. Another person says. Check the water tower, that's where they hide the bodies. And I'm over here like, buddy, they hide maintenance tools in water towers, not people. Still, police start getting hundreds of tips. One says they saw Frank at a diner in Kansas. Another says he's living in the woods with a raccoon named Dave. All fake. But the chaos keeps growing. The confession. 5 days later, a video appears online. Title, I didn't kill her, Frank Dyer confession. It's shaky, shot in a dim motel room, and Frank looks like he hasn't slept since the Clinton administration. He says. Her name's April. I didn't kill her. She came to me for help. Said she was being followed. I let her hide at my place. Then one night, someone broke in. Next thing I know, she's dead, and I'm being framed. Then he leans in close, like a ghost just told him to whisper, and says. They're watching. They've been watching all of us. And the video cuts off. The internet loses it. Theories explode. Every podcast in America releases an emergency episode. CNN picks it up. The FBI steps in. But then, poof, the motel where Frank filmed the video. Empty. Checked out. No prints. No Frank. The hidden file. 6 months later, the case is officially cold. Until a random IT tech named Derek Hill, bless this nerdy hero, finds something weird in April Jensen's old office computer. A folder labeled Tax Docs 2023. Except it's password protected. And Derek, being a digital Sherlock Holmes, cracks it open. Inside. Emails. Dozens of them. Between April and a corporate client named North Star Energy Corp. And guess what? They weren't talking about taxes. They were talking about illegal land acquisitions and money laundering in small towns, including one called, Maple County. Frank's name appears in one email, listed under Mechanic Assistance. Turns out, North Star used Frank's garage as a drop site to move untraceable equipment. April found out, confronted them, and ran for her life. She wasn't hiding from Frank. She was hiding with him. The twist ending. Fast forward to a year later. A hiker in Arkansas finds a small cabin deep in the woods. Inside. A journal. Some clothes. And a photo. In the photo, Frank and April. Smiling. Looks recent. Which makes no sense, because she's supposed to be dead. DNA tests later reveal, hold on to your tinfoil hats, the body in Frank's kitchen wasn't April Jensen. It was a woman named Claire Morrison, a private investigator April had hired as her double. Claire's job was to stage April's death so she could disappear. But someone caught on, and killed the wrong woman anyway. Frank and April vanished again. Never found. North Star Energy quietly dissolved, CEO retired to the Bahamas, no charges filed. And Cherrywood Lane. Still empty. So yeah, that's the Cherrywood Lane case. A small-town murder that turned into a corporate cover-up with bonus doppelganger drama. America really said, let's take a simple whodunit and crank it up to Netflix series, Season 3. Moral of the story? If a lawyer ever tells you she's just working late, maybe check her hard drive. And if your neighbor's dog won't stop barking, maybe listen. Because sometimes, the only witness left alive, walks on 4 legs.